Hi everybody, happy Friday night. I don't normally come see you on Friday night, but I am excited to be here. I am going to be talking about some things I wish I knew before I started using oils. I taught a class last night in Knoxville, an in-person class, and I haven't been teaching much this year because of all the stuff that we've got going on in our family, and it was so interesting. I had some really great talks with people while I was there. And one of the things that one of them mentioned is, oh, I wish I could have a recording of part of this. And one of the questions that somebody asked me, which I thought was interesting, is what did I wish I knew before I started? I'm like, that's a great question. So anyways, as a way to have a little recording for them and as a way to share with you, because maybe you're considering it or on the fence or whatever, I am so excited to be here to talk to you about it. So, hi Terry. Hi Kim. Good to see you. I'm sitting here with my little Poochie. He's so darn cute. We just have had a crazy busy day. I had to go get my lake house ready, and Tom got out of school early. So we've had a fun but busy day. So I hope y'all are having a good Friday night. What are y'all doing? I almost titled this video Friday Night Lights. I'm like, have I ever done a video on Friday night? I do not know. I meant to do this at like 2 o'clock today, and the day just got away from me. So, hi. Oh, hi everybody. So good to see you. I hope you're having a good Friday night. Okay, so things I wish I knew before I started using oils. So I have been at this about 4.5 years, and I just love it more and more all the time. I was over at getting our rental house ready, and I was filling up my diffusers, and I just was, looking at all the oils around there and thinking, how crazy is this that is such a amazing and huge part of my life now, and I really didn't know what it was 5 years ago. So when people are getting ready to get started, probably much like I was when I was getting ready to get started in it, there's lots of questions you have, and you feel like, should I know more? Should I do some more research? Should I, people get all crazy and worried about it, kind of like I did. So I just want to talk through some of the main things that I wish I had known before I got started. Hi Leah, hi Jennifer, good to see you. We haven't even had dinner yet, you guys. We did have kind of a late-ish lunch, so dinner in just a minute. Tom already ate though. So one of the things that I wish I had known before I got started was how easy it would be. Now, I'm a physician, and so I think it was easy for me back then to make it super complicated and to think, oh my word, I don't have time for a whole new, learning curve of something like that. And that really kept me from starting sooner, because I just felt like you should know everything about this, before you do it, and I don't have time to do all this research. And I wish I had known how easy it is. When I teach people now how to think about oils and how to incorporate it into their lives, I always say it's just like food. So, I don't know what you're having for dinner tonight. I would love to know what you're having for dinner tonight. Maybe you'll inspire me. I think we're going to have a green chef. But I remember thinking that it was going to be so complicated, and now when I teach people about it, I teach them that it's kind of like food. So, you're not going to go do a ton of research before you eat your broccoli to figure out, all the ways that the broccoli is going to work in your body, or the apple, or, whatever. But I think we do that with oils, and we're like, no, I have to know everything, and I'm sure it's going to be crazy. And, we just have this preconceived notion of what it is going to be like, or what it is going to require. Hi, I see you guys joining. Hi, Miss Trista. Oh, I may have to join you in that popcorn for dinner. I don't know if Stevie will go for that. Hi, Brittany. Oh, that sounds good. Stir fry and fresh veggies. Y'all are making me hungry. I'm going to have to shut this video off and go make dinner. So anyways, think about oils more like food. So if you think about how they are in the environment, essential oils are basically tiny little molecules that come off of the trees and the shrubs and the flowers, and they're kind of everywhere in our environment, and you don't have to have a science or chemistry degree to go outside and breathe them in and get their benefits. But I think a lot of times when we're starting to use them, we think, oh no, I need to go do some research and I need to do this and this is going to be complicated and I don't have time for this. And I wish that I had known, like, okay, Miss Edie, just breathe them in, just use them, just fill up your diffuser, just roll it on your skin. It's so easy. I just wish I had known that, because even after I first bought my first starter kit, I didn't really use it, kind of for the same reason. It's like, oh, this is weird and it feels complicated and I don't have time to learn about it and all that. So I think if I had known, like, okay, this is just part of the world, actually. It's just part of how God made the world. It's part of the environment. You've been getting their benefits for years. You don't have to overcomplicate it. It's so easy. Just use them, you know, all the time, every day, like you eat food. Now, that's how I teach people how to use them now. The other thing that is cool is that one of the things that Young Living does to make it really easy to get started is that they package everything up in a kit. So if you know, maybe if you've been on our website and you're like, oh my gosh, this is so overwhelming. There's over 200 oils. There's over 600 products. This is crazy. But we make it so easy. When I started and still today, there's a starter kit that makes it so easy to use it. I love you guys continuing to share your dinner. Makes me excited for what I'm gonna make, which I don't know what that is yet. I think I do. So it doesn't have to be hard, and I think we like to make things complicated sometimes, and we are like, oh my gosh, I need to figure this out. You don't need to figure anything out. You need to grab a kit, grab some oils, put them in your diffuser, put them on your skin. They'll start to do their amazing things that you can learn about it if you want to. And I have an amazing teaching group that I'll talk about that in a little bit. That's another point that I wanted to make. But we will hold your hand and help you in all of that, but you really just need them in your life. So if you think about how God made the world and he put them everywhere, and we, when we used to go outside as a culture, you know, would get exposed to them all the time, and you know, the power that is in them to do what they do in our bodies, we would be exposed to that. And now we're not exposed to that as much because we don't go outside, and instead we lock ourselves inside with toxic candles and room sprays and all the other things that we surround ourselves with that really aren't good for our bodies. These were made for our bodies. So it's not complicated. We just breathe them in. The benefits are amazing. And so that's the first thing that I would say is I wish I had known that you didn't need a chemistry degree. I have a chemistry degree. You don't need one. That you didn't need a chemistry degree, and that it could be just fun and easy. I have to say that it's just really one of my favorite things. I couldn't wait, you guys, to get over to my rental house and start all my diffusers there, because I can't think of anything more welcoming to people than the smell of those incredible oils. So anyways, it's easy. Don't make it too complicated. Number 2, I wish that I had known that it wasn't just oils. So I don't know why I didn't realize this. And I think over time, obviously, Young Living, even since I've been doing it, has become way more of a lifestyle company. But this is not just about oils. It's about a natural lifestyle. So I'm sitting here right now drinking my Ningxia Red, which is a really potent antioxidant drink that tastes amazing. I usually combine it with some sparkling water. This drink has changed my life in every way. Energy, sleep, hormone balance, mood, so many things. And skincare, I'm teaching a whole skincare class next week. I have never used skincare that had such incredible benefits. So, like, for a company to have kids stuff and skincare and makeup, we have makeup, kids line, baby stuff, men's stuff, pet stuff. We just ordered Bandit some more shampoo and the oils that are for the pets. Just so many things that it's not just oils. Honestly, you could totally have an amazing experience with Young Living even if you didn't love the oils. You would love the oils, but even if you didn't, there's just so many amazing things. And that I didn't realize. I thought, well, I mean, I don't know. Do I really need oils in my life? Well, even if you don't know yet that you need oils in your life, and you do, we have so many amazing products that have been such a blessing to myself and my family. Like I said, next week, I'm so excited. I'm teaching skincare and makeup, and I can't wait. We're working on that class right now. Yes, and Chris mentioned cleaning products without toxic chemicals. Just on and on and on and on and on. So many amazing products. Somebody just asked me what I was diffusing. I'm diffusing Stress Away and Thieves. So I'm going to talk about some of my favorite oils that come in our starter kit. That's 2 of them. Stress Away and Thieves is what I'm diffusing right now. So I wish I had known that it was just a whole big lifestyle. This has led me into learning about things that I never learned about in med school. It has led me to having the healthiest just life and emotional life. It has balanced my hormones. It's helped me with sleep. It's helped me with so many things. And I had no idea that it was going to be that far reaching into my life. I'm like, oh, you think you're just buying a box of oils? Well, let me tell you, there's a whole lot to it. We have so many amazing products that are toxin free, that are good for your hormones, that are good for your kids, that are safe for your pets and your babies and all that. So I wish I had known that. I wish I had known how effective they are. That's number 3. Coming from the modern medicine background and coming from that model, I had no idea how much I would be blown away over and over and over again by how effective the products are, especially the oils. The oils are incredible, you guys. There's a lot of reasons for that. First of all, because God is an amazing pharmacist and he knows what he's doing, probably better than Pfizer or whatever all the other drug companies are. And I don't like to think of them as drugs. I like to think of them more like food. But just imagine that the creator of the world is going to put something in the environment that's going to be that we're going to need. And he's going to make it easy. Most of the time you can just breathe it in. You can rub it on your skin a little bit. And he's the creator of the universe. So he knows how to make molecules that work really well in our bodies. And I remember the first time that I had this epiphany, I remember thinking, this is crazy that this could work this well. But the epiphany that I had was, well, I believe Pfizer can make a molecule that works for balancing my mood and helping me feel better. So why could God not just make it and, then it comes off of a tree or it comes off of a flower or a shrub or whatever. It was a huge epiphany for me. And, honestly, a lot of the ideas that from where the things come from that we are using come from plants. And so that was a huge light bulb moment for me. And I started to just pay attention to every time I used them, and I would just be blown away. Literally blown away. And I remember the first time that Stevie had an incredible story with an oil, and he kept saying to me over and over, do people know this? Do you tell people about this? I'm like, yes, my dear, this is what I do. This is my life. I tell people how amazing they are. And I would, just even the ones, if I think about just the oils that are in the starter kit, when I started using Thieves oil, you guys, I had so much trouble staying well before I started using Thieves regularly. And I have noticed a huge shift in how strong our immune systems are since we've been using it, since we diffuse it. We put it, I put it on the bottoms of their feet. I put it on the bottoms of my feet. I put it, under my tongue or drink hot tea with thieves in it. That one oil from the starter kit will blow your mind. Like, you will just go, okay, we can never be without thieves again. And I have that kind of story literally for every oil that's in the starter kit. So another one, there's two of my favorite oils of all time. Well, okay, three that are in the starter kit. And the first one is Peace and Calming. Peace and Calming, when I first started to use oils, I was really struggling emotionally so much. And Peace and Calming was in the starter kit then. It's in the starter kit now. And it's one of my favorite oils to diffuse. It's one that I often use on Tom Tom on the back of his neck, or rub it in his earlobes or whatever. I diffuse it in his room quite a bit. I diffuse it actually by my kitchen sink. So I have a diffuser right beside my kitchen sink, and I diffuse Peace and Calming in orange in that diffuser all the time. And I associate the smell of that with just when I started to feel like myself again. That oil is so emotionally supportive, very safe for little ones, so gentle, an amazing smell. It kind of has a citrusy smell, and I usually combine it with another citrus oil, either Citrus Fresh or lemon or orange. And then Valor, which is in the starter kit. The smell of those two oils to me feels like freedom. It smells like freedom. It's like, oh, these are the oils that help me through such a hard time. And so those two oils are in the kit, and just incredible. Like, I'm telling you, incredible. The other one that really helped me through such a hard time was frankincense. So frankincense now is mostly my favorite oil for my skin. I'm going to talk about it a lot next week, and I'm going to show you when I teach my skincare and makeup class. I'm going to show you how I use frankincense on my face all the time. I just put a roller top on there and use it on my face. I love it. It's also, even when you're using it for your face, it's so good for emotional support, really good for when you're super stressed. You can use it under your tongue, you can put it on your skin, you can diffuse it. It's an incredible oil. So when I think of those three, just those three, that, we have 11 oils in the starter kit, those three, like, seriously, I can't imagine my life without them. I love them so much, and I have such fondness for them because I know what they have done for me and how they've helped me and how they've helped so many of the people in my life. I keep a bottle of Valor Roll-On right in my car. I use it all the time throughout the day. I use Valor and Stress Away in almost all of my perfume blends. I have a perfume blend in my roller bottle, and so I use those in my perfume blends, and those are in the starter kit, you guys, so they're just incredible. Lavender I use all the time, which are in the starter kit. I love lavender. I like combining lavender with all kinds of other oils. I love it with lemon. I love it with Stress Away. I love it with frankincense. It's so good for the skin. It's really good for calming. It's another one that I use a lot with Tom Tom. So that oil, like for sleep, I smell that oil and go, oh, thank you that I sleep again. Just incredible, incredible benefits. So when I think about just, I could give you a story like that for really seriously every oil in the starter kit. And it makes me so grateful. It's also something that I wish I had known beforehand, because I wouldn't have been so stubborn, and I wouldn't have been so skeptical, and I wouldn't have said, like, well, can you show me a study, or can you, just like all the things that I asked back then. I mean, we don't ask for a study when we're eating all of our crappy food, or even when we're eating our good food. We're not like, hey, can you show me a study on that? I'm sure God is up in heaven going, I made that thing, it's pretty good for you. And there are lots of studies. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that when I first started, I was so skeptical. And, even after I had my starter kit, I was just like, well, I got to look up some more, studies, and I got to look up some more stuff. And it's all there. It's not that it's not there. It's just that I wish that I I wish, you know, hindsight's always 2020. We can be Monday morning quarterback. I just wish that I knew then what I know now. I would have started them way sooner. And I had actually tried other oils, which brings me to the fourth point that I wish I had known. I wish I had known that all oils are not created equal, because I had used other oils and I wasn't really that impressed with them. And I think that's another thing, like when I started hearing people talk about Young Living, I'm like, yeah, people, I've used oils and I have never had any of those results. And it can be easy to think, well, people just say that because they're getting, you know, a benefit from it, or because for whatever reason. Although the person sharing with me, obviously, I mean, I was a dear friend of hers. I knew she wasn't trying to scam me or something like that. I don't know what I thought, but I was just kind of stubborn. And maybe part of it is, you know, I don't know, you want to you want to find out for yourself. You don't want to trust other people's, you know, stories or their whatever. But I wish I had known that they are not all created equal. So if you want the amazing benefit that they have, you need to get them from a company that preserves the actual molecule that God put there. And that happens when you plant plants. So you can't make these in a lab. But when you plant organic lavender plants in organic fields, and you're really careful how you harvest it and how you grow it and how you distill it and all of that, then you can preserve what is in there. And what is in there, what God put in there, is incredible. And it works so well with our bodies because He designed our bodies and He designed these molecules, and so they work so well with it. Just the way and it's so hard to explain to somebody. I wish, if you live in my town, just let me anoint you with some oil and you'll see for yourself. It's one of those things that you kind of have to have your own experience. But when you use them, you know, like you have a result that you know. You're like, oh man, that's amazing. That really worked. And I wish I had known all of that and known that the ones that I had used beforehand were not real oils. And so, you know, they weren't going to work in the same way. The last thing that I wish I had known is, I wish I had known about the community. I wish I had known that it matters who you, hi, you guys, I see some more people still joining. Hi, Heather. That it matters who you join with. It matters who you do this with. Now, I lucked out and ended up falling into an amazing, amazing group. And I'm so grateful for that. But I have people all the time. You guys message me all the time and say, you know, I didn't know who I was joining with. I wish I was in your teaching group or whatever. So when you do it, make sure that you're joining with somebody who really, really loves what they're doing and helps you get started and teaches you, you know, how to do this, keeps you from making all the mistakes that I originally made when I started, which was, you know, more like trying to use them like medication and being afraid of them and having to see a million studies and all that. So when you join with a good group, and when you join with my group, for sure, you're going to get arms locked, hand holding, so much teaching. It's so much fun, you guys. We make this so easy and so much fun. It's one of the best parts. It really is one of the best parts of my life. I love teaching people how to find natural answers. I love teaching people how they can make what feels like sometimes little changes with such amazing results. I love teaching people about, you know, skincare and gut health and toxin-free living and hormone balance, just all the things that I have learned. Even though I'm a physician, a lot of this was new to me and I had to kind of really relearn it. And I love sharing what I'm learning. I'm such a geek when it comes to the science of this stuff. I'm seriously blown away by the science of oils. They are incredible. And I'm just so thankful that even though I didn't know this at the time, I ended up joining with a great group, and it was a good modeling for me for how I wanted, what kind of, you know, what kind of whatever, sponsor, leader, teacher I wanted to be for the people who trusted me to do it. So I just wanted to show you really quick. This is our starter kit. If you have been curious about it, I mentioned, I think already, 4 oils that are in here. This also has Digize, which is so good for tummy stuff and gut health. Peppermint oil, which I use every day when I'm exercising. So good for breathing, really good for this time of year. It helps me so much this time of year. There's like a trio of 3 oils that you can use when the seasons change that are lemon, lavender, and peppermint together, and it will blow you away how well it works. I also love Raven oil. I use Raven all the time at the gym. It comes in the starter kit. I just rub it on my chest. So good for people who need to breathe when they're doing crazy workouts at CrossFit, or just people who need to breathe in general. Another oil in the kit is Panaway. So it's really good to rub on sore muscles or sore joints, or I like rubbing it here if I'm feeling a lot of tension. It's also good for women for that time of month. So literally anything that you can think of, there is something in here that is gonna just comfort you and support you. I just took a hot bath this afternoon with oils. You have never had a more spa-like relaxing experience than using essential oils in a hot bath with some Epsom salt. I do it almost every day. It's one of the favorite parts of my day, and I love choosing, you know, which oil I'm going to use. It's so cool. I used a little Panaway today because I've had some cramps. And then if you open this up, there's more stuff in here. The red drink is the one that I just told you about that has literally changed my life. You get this Thieves hand sanitizer, so you can put that in your purse or in your car or everywhere you go. There's also this awesome Thieves spray that's really handy to have when you're traveling or in bathrooms and cleaning stuff off. So handy. We had been having Thieves cleaner samples in our starter kits, and they were having some trouble with them leaking, but it is one of my favorite Young Living products. It's basically a concentrate of a cleaner, and you just add water to it, and it cleans everything, windows and kitchens and bathrooms and all of that. So good. So basically that's our kit. That is like, I don't know, $400 and something worth of stuff for $165. You also get a diffuser. Like I said, I'm diffusing Stress Away. Stress Away, I forgot to show you, is in there. Oh my word, you guys. Just rolling it on your wrist. So good for this time of year when your kids are really busy. But anyways, that is Stress Away and Thieves that I have diffusing in there. So you get a diffuser. You get to pick which diffuser you get. And you get all of that for $165. So it is just an incredible value. I wish I had known all those things. I wish I had started oils when my kids were all little, and I could have, you know, I mean, I say this often, not that I wish I was pregnant at 49 years old, don't get me wrong, but I wish I could go through a pregnancy using oils and having a little baby. I'm so envious of these mamas who get to raise their babies using oils from the beginning. It's so comforting because there's not that much that you can do for, you know, little ones. And oils are so safe. There's an oil that I use for TomTom and myself all the time called Gentle Baby that's so good for little ones. We have a whole line of kids' oils. We have a whole line of safe, amazing kids' products. Our baby wipes are one of my favorite products of all time. I use them all the time. They smell like little slice of heaven. So we just have so many things that are amazing, and I feel like as mamas, it's just cool to have things that you can do for your kids and your family. You're not always having to run out and get things checked and, you know, run by the pharmacy and get this. I just love that my office here is, you know, it's like my little, you know, people, my kids and other people that come here to visit come in here all the time, and they're just smelling oils and trying things and sniffing the diffuser. And when my kids have something they need, they're always come in and go, Mom, what oil could I use for that? I just so love having safe, amazing, creative tools to use for my family when, you know, when things go awry, which they do sometimes. So anyways, if you have not yet gotten started, maybe you have another objection that I didn't answer tonight, and I would love to do that. If you have questions or you have some objections, just let me know and I'll talk you through it. I promise you, you're going to wish you had done it sooner. I promise you that if you're holding out because you think, well, I mean, there's, you know, and it's such a fad now, and I'm not going to do that because that's just a fad. I hate to see you do that. I hate to see you miss out on something that's so amazing just because you don't want to be like, you know, one of those people. Although when I joined, I was kind of like that too. You know, a bunch of my friends had started talking about it, and I'm like, well, I'm just not going to blindly, like, you know, join the bandwagon. It's kind of like somebody starts eating healthy and you're like, well, I'm just not going to blindly start eating like that. I mean, it's kind of, you know, what it's like, and I just wish I had known all that. Wish I had done it sooner. So I would love to help you get started. This weekend, we are running a fun little special for people who join with us. I'm going to be sending you, I found these adorable little oil bags on Amazon. So we're going to put some fun stuff in them. We have some amazing chapstick. And so we're just going to send you these little bags that I ordered. And so anyways, if you are ready to get started, please, 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 please don't wait. I promise you, you're going to wish you had done it sooner. We would love to help you get started. Our group is just so fun and so active. It's the most amazing group of women. We're teaching classes in there all the time. We would love to have you. So if you have any questions on this, let me know. Grab your starter kit before the end of the weekend if you want to take advantage of getting some goodies sent to you that will basically just help you use your oils better. All right, you guys, I hope you have a great weekend, and I will talk to you soon.